That's tough. My Steelers are in a bad situation, but your Jets are not. But they have a lot of question marks. I don't
There's
know.
a lot of question marks. New coach who I like. I like the energy he brings. Um, Usually when you bring in a new coach, you go for a new quarterback. That's generally the mindset.
Yep.
Unless he's like a really established veteran, great guy. But even in the case of Matthew Stafford, he's gone, right?
Yep. So do you think they're going to
Unless
keep Sam?
something, unless something really comes out in the next like week or so that shows that they're committed, I'm pretty sure they're gonna move on. He'll he'll probably end up either on the Bears, maybe, which I know that'll make a couple of my friends happy. Upgrade for Mitch.
I think a couple. I would like to see him in Washington.
Washington's a good option too.
That's where I would like to
49ers.
see him.
I like the Colts as an option for him before
But
the Wentz trade happened.
I
Personally,
gotta.
like if I was trying to trade for a guy, I'd much rather go for Darnold over Wentz just because of like
Oh,
the injury
I
history,
agree.
the age, contract, just like a whole. Obviously, at full strength per se, like Wentz will be better than Darnold, but just the pre-existing conditions with was it his ACL? I think.
Yeah, his ACL. He
Yeah, I
tore
think
that back in
something in
2017.
his knee.
I
Hmm.
think he messed up his back once too. Like he's had a lot of
Yeah, he's
injuries.
he's just had a
And
lot of injuries. He has a massive contract.
yeah,
I
and
think they have like
Sam
$30
is
million in dead cap the
yeah.
Eagles or something like that.
Sam Darnold's not even 24 years old yet. He's still on his rookie deal. I'm not going to knock the Colts for it because everybody knows my stance on the Colts. I said the Colts are one of the couple teams that are probably going to have a high chance to come out of the AFC next year,
Hmm.
and I
If
stand by
if
that
if
decision.
Wentz really stays healthy and stuff, that run game with Jonathan Taylor is going to be great. I
That's what I'm
don't know what
saying.
they do with Marlon Mack this offseason.
He's getting
I don't
moved.
know if is he a free agent?
No, he's going to get traded.
You think so?
I'm almost 100% sure on it.
I think he should go. I don't. I think Jonathan Taylor's the future, and they know that. He played really
Yep.
well at the end of last season, but there were just times last year where he would just casually chill on the bench and not be in the game. It was very confusing owning him as like a fantasy player.
Yeah, I had him in fantasy too, and it was just like, why are we feeding Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, and
And
then when
then
it happened at the end of the season, we're like, where was this the whole season?
yeah,
Where
it's
was
because they
it?
started giving him the ball. Then I don't know if he was that comfortable in the offense until later in the year, which
Yeah,
could have
that's
been.
possible.
Which could have been. I think next year he's going to come out, and I said it on Peyton Doyle's show. I was on that over the weekend. I said that I think Jonathan Taylor is going to lead the league in rushing next year.
I think that sounds a little crazy with someone like a Derrick Henry or a Dalvin Cook, but it's a bold take.
It's a bold
I'll
take,
credit Jared. I'll credit you on the bold take. It's bold.
but is it that
Uh,
bold behind that offensive line?
no, it's not.
Okay,
It's the only reason why I call it bold is because he's not the established RB1 there. Because randomly Naheem Hines for 2 games will just go off, and he'll just
true.
be there, or Wilkins will go in and just steal the touchdown from him or whatever it is. Leading the league in rushing behind that offensive line does not sound crazy. I just want to see the opportunity. I don't want to see Mac. I don't want to see Hines. I don't want to see anybody. I
I
want it to
agree.
be his show. And that's how he could do it. But if you were going to ask me right now who's going to do it, I'd probably say either Cook or Henry again. One of them.
Yeah. I went with Taylor because it's just too easy to take for me. Like,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, I want to be the guy that definitely called that, especially if it happens.
Oh, yes, of course. If it
Oh
happens,
yeah,
yes.
because then
You
I
want to
will
get in
I
there
will
early.
I will be sure to throw that back in people's faces. Just
Oh, yeah,
hey, remember
100%.
remember when you said I was an idiot? There you go, right there.
Aha.
Like,
I got one sports take right in all of my attempts. You know
yeah.
what? You should make a show where you say all of them, all of your takes. You ready? You'll say all of your takes, but you'll have like a couple of bold takes. You'll say Jonathan Taylor's going to win the rushing yards, and then you'll say some random dude. You'll cut it up. You won't release all of it, but then when it happens, you'll be like, "Oh, I said it." The video, I can't find it, but here's me talking about it back in December. So
Yep, not a bad idea. Not a
just
bad idea.
have a bold takes episode.
Because nobody's gonna dig. Nobody's gonna dig to find
Nobody's gonna dig. And then they'd be like,
Exactly.
"Oh wow, this guy's actually smart, bro. Maybe I should follow him."
it. But back to the
That's what it
Jets.
takes.
Back to the Jets. So we both think that they're gonna move on from Sam Darnold. They have the 2nd overall pick. Clearly, they're probably not gonna get Trevor.
Simple.
You said Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Simple.
You said that's so quick.
I hate all the Zac Wilson stuff. I hate it. I don't even like the dude. I don't think he's. You know what? I don't really like Josh Allen coming out of school. Well, I'm kind of biased because I'm. It's weird. I'm a Boise State fan. The Blue Field.
Okay.
They're my guys. And the season, I think Josh Allen was a senior. It was the last time they played Boise State. I think they were going for an undefeated season, and Josh Allen beat them very late in the game. I think they won by a couple of points or something like that. And after that point, I was like, no, not a Josh Allen guy right now. I became a Josh Allen fan as he continued to have success in the NFL because he's got a great story.
Yeah.
But up until draft time and until probably I would say halfway through last year, I wasn't a big guy because I still had that hate in my heart from his college days. And when the Jets passed on him, I was like, yeah, suck it, Buffalo. You could have him. And then look how that turned out. Kind of sucks for us now.
Very true. I hate to break it to you, but I think they're going to take Zac Wilson.
You know what? There was talk about taking Baker Mayfield back in, 2017 too?
Yeah.
They had dinner with him, all that kind of stuff. I was really pulling for Josh Rosen back in the day. That was my guy. I thought he was so good.
Turns out he stunk.
Oh, he was so bad, but I thought he was going to be the guy.
Hey, so did I. I'm not going to lie. So did I.
And this, that, blah, blah. And
turns out, I think Mason Rudolph still has a job, and Josh Rosen, I don't think he's in the league. So
I don't know if Josh Rosen's in the league. He'd go play in the FCF or whatever, the fans.
That league stinks. That league stinks.
It has Johnny Manziel, though, so type.
Yeah, but he's washed. He said it himself.
It's okay. It's Johnny Manziel. He'll always be Johnny Manziel.
Hey, you're right. I like Johnny. Johnny's one of my favorite guys. But here's the reason I think they're going to take Zac Wilson. I'll tell you this right now.
Okay.
All right, so Zac Wilson came out and he said he thinks he would fit best in a Mike Shanahan type offense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not Mike. Kyle Shanahan. I said Mike. I meant Kyle. I get the two confused.
Oh, okay. And they brought over the guy. Yeah, okay.
He brought over Salah. Salah brought over Mike LaFleur, which runs that type of offense where they like to run the football. That's kind of like
Kyler Murray
play action.
Drafted first overall because Cliff Kingsbury's like, yeah, I need that type of quarterback for my system.
Yep, and that's why I think they're going to take Zac. So I like Zac, though. I'll tell you, from the film I've watched, Zac is very impressive, but so is Justin. I don't think they can go wrong with either one.
I've watched him in spurts, Zac. I did watch him absolutely destroy Boise State this year.
Yeah.
That was a pretty rough one to watch. He absolutely mauled them. It wasn't even close. That was the big game of the year. I think they were both ranked.
Yep.
Given that BYU was within the top 15, maybe even top 10 at that point. And I think Boise State was, within the top 20 or somewhere close to that. Maybe they're 21. And I was like, this is the game right here. This is a big-time game. It was a Saturday night, and a quarter in, they were just getting rocked. I was like, oh, this is not going to be good. But he was pretty impressive throughout the game. He was. I'm not going to lie. He was making some good throws, making some good reads. I don't think he's a bad quarterback at all, but I've just watched so much more of Justin Fields.
Yep.
So much more. And he's been so impressive. And then after that whole rib scare, ripping off those touchdowns to go to the championship, even though the championship didn't really end up well, but that game showed me a lot.
Yep.
That was big time. So I personally would probably still go Justin, just because I just think he's the next best guy. Even if it doesn't, I guess, more of a system fit, then you go Zac Wilson. But if you don't trade Sam, just draft the offensive tackle, bro.
Yep. Can't go wrong with it.
Give me the guy. Give me two tackles. Give me Becton. Give me Penny. That's it. You can't mess with me then.
Nope.
You literally can't mess. I really
Becton's a big
problem with
dude
the
too.
Jets is that they never had that offensive line since Nick Mangold and DeBerkshire Ferguson back in like 2010.
Yeah,
They
it's been a long
really
time.
haven't had a fully built offensive line. It's always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick this free agent, I'm gonna pick this free agent, I'm gonna pick this third round guy, and we're gonna put it all together and we're gonna have a great offensive line. And it doesn't work every year. It's the same nonsense. They'll sign some free agent dude that's like super underrated. Oh, we're getting a big steal, and then he ends up sucking. Happens every year.
Yep.
It's nothing new.
Hopefully they don't do that this year.